Zoom. Okay, so in our last class, we have seen this small program for ALV. Okay, so here what we have done, we have just select everything from this Mara table, and we have called this one function module, which used to display ALV. So we have multiple function module to display ALV based on our requirement we can choose, but this is the popular function module. Okay, so now
So,
let's
sorry, Abhishek, this is a standard function
this
module,
is
right?
standard, right? Yes, because it is
Okay.
not starting with Z and Y, so yeah, we can.
And how you decide that we have to use this function module only here?
Yeah,
Means
so
what basis?
we have multiple function module available for ALV, and based on our experience only we get to know, like, okay, so for ALV, SAP has provided these many function module, and
Okay.
if we want anything like grid, we can use this. So grid means if you see the output, it will come like a grid. uh, it will take some time to execute. I Okay, actually it was not active, that's why it has taken time. Anyway, let's execute this. So you can see this is having rows and columns highlighted, so this is nothing but a grid, and all the columns here. We can also have, for example, list and some other options also there. So based on our requirement we can change this function module, that's all, nothing more. But today what we will see, we will select data from multiple tables. Okay, and we will so only selected field, and we will store those in our final table, or one table, those data, and then we
Mhm.
will display. So it will help us to revise whatever we learned till today. Okay, so
Okay.
and after that we will debug that program. So quickly, for example, let me create one new
Abhishek, one
program.
point.
Mhm.
When can you execute this program once again?
Okay, 1 minute, let me activate this again. Okay.
Yeah. So just it is means out of this class session. So recently we have one ticket, and you can see complaint maintenance status. The one, two, three, four, five, six
Okay.
or seven. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this maintenance tables, when we are updating any material, that gets updated. Like K is
Mm-hmm.
for basic data, and E is for purchasing, L is for storage location. So means can we see any one case, means whenever means today or tomorrow I will call you. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see how it gets updated, because we have one ticket, and when we are updating any one field, it is updating all the things. Like it should update K only, like first
Mm-hmm.
line item, but it is updating KEDPL, all the things, means all the. So
Okay.
we have a issue why it is getting updated all for all.
So from MM02
One
it is getting updated.
they are updating in the through workflow, in the back end.
Huh.
But when they are changing the basic data view only, that time K should only get update for that material.
Mm-hmm.
But whereas it is updating all the
Other materials?
fields, means all the fields of other material view tab, all the view tab.
No, no, but for same
So
material or other material?
for same material.
Okay.
So
So
K
for
means
one material, this like this status should be unique, right? I
uh,
mean,
no. See, uh, if you check KDPL, K means basic data view,
okay.
E means purchasing view, D means sales, and
Mm-hmm.
P is again I think purchasing, and L means storage. So all alphabets are uniquely identifies
Okay.
what views are we are updating. But in
Mm-hmm.
our case, we are updating only one view, but in
Okay.
that maintenance status, it is showing all the things KEDPL. It
Mhm.
should be only one K, but
Okay.
how that means how that is updating means why they are updating all the alphabets, I don't know.
So
So
it
that we
means
have to check.
somewhere in the enhancement they have written this code, right? I mean, they are
Ah,
changing
yes,
this.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, we will check that. And
Yeah, yeah,
you can also check that, I think, after today's class, I believe.
yeah,
So let's
yeah,
see
yeah.
whether we can
Sure.
reach there. So let's create one new class quickly for ALV. So for example, okay, so let me create this class. So where, for example, material details, we can choose the type as executable program. We can save it. Okay, so quickly we will create include. So why we are creating include? So that we can modularize our program. So GALV underscore top. In this include, we will declare our global variable, and then GALV underscore selection screen. Here we will discuss, and GALV underscore F01. Let's save this and double click and create everything quickly. Okay, save. Okay, so it will create a include for me. Okay, I'm not activating as of now. Let's go back. Okay, let's save this and quickly. Okay, let's activate everything together. Okay, so just we have created one report program and three include. Okay, now what we want, for example, we want uh, one parameter in our selection screen. So this parameter will create an input for our selection screen. So what parameter? Like for example, I want P. 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me move inside the room. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah. So here we will create, for example, for material type. If you guys have any doubt anytime, please stop me, because we are doing what we have learned till now. Also, we can have selection screen, begin of screen, for example, B1 with frame. What option we have? I always I forgot this. Okay, let me search. So yeah, so if we stuck anywhere, it's good to have, like for example, ABAP selection screen uh, with title, so with frame. So we can check here also. So you can see block a with frame title. Okay. So B1 with selection screen, begin of screen is what? Begin of block. Okay. My bad. Begin of block B1 with frame title. And for example, I can give any title. And here selection screen, end of block B1. Okay. And let's save this and double click this and create the, okay, in text element, go to here in text symbol and try to give T-001. For example, selection. Okay. Let's see. No, let's execute this. Sorry, let me activate this.
Abhishek, this was what I am asking in last session.
Mhm.
REPS and REPT. That REPT means what?
See, that is 1 minute. So, like all the program type we can see here. So we have different program type in TR, ABAP. 1 minute. It should be. So we have different. Like what is that? RE?
REPS and REPT.
I think REPT is for report. Let's see. No. There should be some
Happy Sankranta.
documentation I may.
Happy
uh,
Sankranta. Okay. झालं माझं मी आत्ताच खाल्लंय.
Types. Here, I think all the types are there. So, which one? REPS, right? This search is working. So, for program, it is prog. For report, for example, RS. CDS view class. To manage it to okay, function group. In table. not
Otherwise,
okay.
it's
We will
okay.
see.
I
Yeah,
will check. Yeah, I will
yeah.
check later. Let you
We
know.
can check it. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it should be there somewhere documented.
Yes,
So it
yes.
should not be an issue. Okay. So let's move here. Make it text, for example. Okay. So what we have done till now, let me execute here. So we have created one selection screen given this type, sorry, this input, and it is expecting this. Now, for example, if and we have given this heading also, so we have created this heading here. So this is text symbol which we can create and we can assign uh, to any variable. So for output fields we can create this text symbol, and in selection screen we can text change the text from here. So for example, material type, we can save it, it is inactive, we can activate this. And now if I can execute, so you can see we have created one simple selection screen as of now. And if I want it as a mandatory, so I can make it obligatory, so it will be now mandatory field. So you see, if I do anything without this, it is saying it is mandatory. So this is the sign of mandatory. Fine. Now,
And
mhm.
Abhishek, one thing. Can you go into that include again? With frame title text 0001 means why you write this?
This we have defined this title here. We can directly write the selection criteria over here also. So there is two benefit.
Okay.
One is for we can if I have to give this particular title in anywhere else in the program, instead of
Okay.
giving, I mean, this hard coded value, we can give this tg text 001 directly.
Mhm.
Okay, and
Okay.
also for translation it is easy.
Okay.
So
So means if we have to use this selection parameter again in the program, so then
we
we
can
can
use
mention
text
text.
001. Yeah, and
Okay.
if we have to change in future, we can change there in one place.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
now I'm going back, and now I'm declaring my data. Okay, so for example, I need first of all types, right? So that I can declare my table types. So for example, I want first of all Mara table, and I want MATNR field type. So how I know this field? I can give any name here, right? As we discussed, but the type should be same as given in our Mara table. So for example, if I come here, if I click on display, okay, so the type of Mara is Matner, right? So Matner is Matner. So this name we can give anything here. For example, I can give material type also. Why I am saying this again and again? So we can give material underscore number, anything we can give here. But here the type should be same as it is there in table. Okay. But let's write is Matner. It is small and easy. Okay. And what else I want from this table? For example, I want this MATKL material group. And what is the type of MATKL is MATKL. Okay, and one more field I want material type, for example, MTRT type. Okay, and what was your field? Maintenance status, right? This one you were asked, right?
Yeah.
PPST. Okay,
Yes.
so let's have this field also. And the type is same, VPSTA. And then end of. So just we have
Both
declared
maintenance
this.
status and maintenance. Yeah.
Yeah, that is fine. So for example,
Okay.
we have declared one type. Okay, so why we have declared this? So that because I want to select only these much of data, not all data. If I have to select all data, I can directly write like type standard table of Mara, right? Which we have written earlier programs. But I need selected field, that's why I'm creating this type. So I'm just telling everything again and again, so that because from like after today's class, we will not see this again. So we will move to another thing. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me today in whatever we have learned. So for example, from here in Marcy, again, I want METNR. And we want works. What is the type of works? So let's see. So Marcy table, what is the type? So it is works underscore D. Okay. So it is a good practice to have all the types. Okay. So for example, it is good practice to have all the types or all the key fields. Sorry, all the key field should be selected. So we are selecting all the key fields from any table. And here PS status, for example, type PSTAT, and let's select this plant specific material status MMSTA. Now let's declare our internal table. So one more table I want to create, one final table, for example. So let me copy this. And here, let me create one final table. Any name I can give. So let's give, for example, output table. Okay, instead of final. And let's have all the field there. Okay, we can do pretty printer. It will do everything for me. Okay, nice. Now, for example, what I want to declare my internal tables. So data, for example, first table is what? IT underscore Mara, type standard table of TY Mara. So if I give here Mara, it will create a table structure like Mara or Marcy. But now I want like this, so I'm giving this TY Mara. And let me create a work area. So work area Mara type TY Mara. So now it will create only single line for this. So structure here, it will create a table. Here it will create a structure or work area. Now IT Marcy type standard table of TY Marcy. And again create a work area MARC type standard table of this. We sorry, not standard type. This we have already seen earlier. Just I'm doing again so that if anyone is having any doubt, they can clear right away. So type standard table of TY output.
The final table.
Yeah, so instead of final, we have given output, the name.
Row number 28.
28.
There you have
Okay,
written
okay, yeah.
Marcy.
It is fine, output. Thank you. So here TY underscore output. Okay, let's check. Everything is fine. Okay. So I have activated this. Okay, now let's move back. So we have created our top include here, and now we have to validate this, for example. So how we can validate at selection screen, right? And here in add selection screen, we can write, for example, one function. So perform v underscore, sorry, what is that? Validate underscore m type, for example, any name we can give. Now we have to create this perform, right? We will create later, right? Start of selection. Okay, and here we will do select get Mara, for example. Okay, and then we will write perform get Marcy, and then we will be having end of selection. Okay, perform. Here what we will do, we will prepare our final table. Okay, so prepare output tab, out tab. Okay, and then we have to display our ALV. So before displaying ALV, we have to prepare the ALV. Prepare ALV and then perform display. Display or display ALV, anything we can write. So these many things we are going to perform. Okay. Now do pretty printer and save this. And now try to create first method in F01. So why we are creating in F01? Because we decided we will be having all the form inside this include. That's why we are selecting this. So here, how can we will validate? So if p underscore mtart is not initial, it means it is having some value, then only we will validate. And if, okay, and
Sorry, excuse me, Abhishek.
mhm.
Is not initial means
Is
zero or
it should be having something inside this.
okay,
If it is
okay,
having
is
nothing, it means it is initial.
okay, okay, is not initial. Okay, I mean it
So
should have some value. Okay,
yeah, and if we have some value, then only it will go inside this.
okay,
Okay, why we are checking this? Because if it is not having any value, then it is not make any sense to trigger our query, right? Because we know like it is not having any value, so no need to validate this. This is not a correct,
yes,
and we
yes,
already
yes,
made that obligatory. So anyway, like it will not allow blank value, right? So that check already we have done. Okay, now before this, let's create quickly this form. So let's select so that we can activate our program. Double click. Yes, we can also directly write here instead of double click. We can directly write here form and that form name and form. But it looks easy to me. Double click, so I'm doing this. You can directly go there and, for example, prepare ALV. If you have to create, you can directly write prepare ALV there. For example, if I want to create prepare ALV, so form, I can write prepare ALV, and here I can write end form, for example. So it will create this is the same thing. So if you see, if I double click here, it will automatically come here. So we can type also, we can do double click also, whatever is suitable for you. So now we have created all the things. If I try to activate now everything, we will get error. Okay, what error? P underscore mtr is known. Okay, the name we have given wrong. So double click here, so it will take us to the error, and then we can make it pmtrt, because in selection screen I have written pmtrt, not p underscore. So that's why it is giving error. Now it is activated. So till now, any doubt? Just we have created our skeleton. Okay, nothing, no logic we have written till now. Now we will validate this. Okay, So how we can validate? So first of all, we have to identify from which table we can validate this material type, right? So we need a parent table of this. So what we can do, we can go here, we can check, okay, what is the type? So type is this here, and if we go inside the domain, we will get the value table, and value table is nothing, is a master table of this particular field. So we can, so this should be having all the material type. So you can see material types master table it is having. So MTRT is a key field. So whatever material type we are having in our SCP system, all are present inside this table. So it's better if we validate from this table, and this table is having very limited entry. We can also validate from Mara table, but it may happen like Mara table does not using all the material type which is present in our system. So if it is correct material type, and if we check with Mara table, then it, and user may get like material type is not valid. So he will be confused, right? Because he has chosen material type from some, he has seen that material type in system, but it is saying material type is not valid. So it's better we will always validate everything from their master table. This is the first point. And the second point, like this table is having only 49 entry, but Mara table may have entries in millions, right? So the performance also will degrade if we validate from Mara table. So it's better we will validate from the master table. So these are the two reasons we are validating from this table. So here, oh, by mistake, I have created this form here. See, I have chosen this. So let's save it. And let's copy and paste this. Ah, so I think only 3 minutes is remaining. Okay. We can go okay. We can go inside F01. We can move our logic here. So by mistake, I created there, but we can create here also. For example, these two methods. And the sequence can be anything of this form. Okay, it's not like that कि हमने ये पहले कॉल किया तो ये हमें ऊपर लिखना है. We can write anything anywhere. Okay, for example here इसका sequence is not matter. अगर मैं get मारा नीचे लिख दूं, कहीं भी लिख दूं, कुछ उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है, because the calling sequence is matter. Okay. Now
Calling
let's,
sequence means
so
sorry.
we are calling this first, and then we are calling this method, then
Okay,
this method.
okay.
But but the definition we can write anywhere. For example, I can write prepare
Okay.
LV before prepare out tab. It does not like make any difference. Okay, for example, I can write this function at the top also.
Okay.
It depends on me, right? So for example, before also, here also I can write this. For example, I can write here also, and it will not give any error.
Okay.
So the calling sequence is matter, not a definition. Okay, in which sequence we are calling the functions. Okay, so now I think let's connect another meeting and then we will continue there.
Yes.
Okay, okay, let me pause the recording.